Okay, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to today's Outpost Hotel's IG live session. So my name is Zach, and this is Jason. We are from a local company. We are called Sent by Six. So our IG handle is SCENTBYSIX, Sent by Six. So Jason is of course the founder and also the very proud creator of the iconic Outpost Hotel Sent. So I think we'll just wait for a couple of minutes before we just continue with the whole process. So just hang in there, and just so you know that I will be observing the messages here. So if you've got anything that you want to ask us with regards to, say for example, mythbusters, perfumery questions or whatever, just shoot us here, and I'll just try to direct it to Jason whenever we have the next opportunity to. Alright, so just hang in there, and we'll start the session real quick. Okay, so we'll just try to start really at 8 o'clock, so just maybe 1 minute more to go. Just keep your questions coming. Anything about perfumery, we've got an expert here to answer. So bombard him, don't bombard me. Yeah. Jason is here to answer all the tough questions, okay? Okay, well maybe we're about to start in say maybe a minute or so. So just before that, maybe just a quick question for Jason.
Yes.
So Jason, as the founder of Sent by Six, right? Maybe what's the inspiration for you to start this company? Like what's the vision, purpose maybe for this company?
So Sent by Six essentially is more than just a scent company. We endeavor to inspire people through scent to soothe, to heal, and to empower and delight your mental health. I think this period during the pandemic, everyone has suffered a lot, including us. However, I think the people around us, especially those people with mental health issues, they are suffering in silence. And I think this is a good opportunity for us to narrow down and to really focus on our brand purpose, that is to empower our friends with mental health challenges.
I see. Thanks for the sharing, Jason.
My pleasure.
Okay, so I think now is about time for us to start the session. I see that we've got 16 people in here. Just give us a wave and whatever. We'll just, again, if you've got any questions with regards to perfume or anything, just let us know. But I think for the purpose of today's session, Jason will actually tell us a bit more about what's his inspiration behind the Outpost Hotel Scent, as well as we are doing a mini activity here, which Jason will lead us in it. So, okay, right. Jason, take it away.
Okay, so welcome to the Outpost IG live session here today. I'm very, very glad to be here, and I'm very excited to be here to share with you our journey with the Outpost team in curating this iconic Outpost scent. I'm not sure, maybe some of you who have stayed in the hotel before, when you enter the hotel lobby, you immediately notice this very pleasant scent that is permeating through the ambience. And this is exactly what we have been working very hard for 6 months to curate this iconic scent. And today, I'm here to share with you a little bit more about this journey. And later on, I hope you'll stay with me throughout the entire session, because we will be showcasing to you how we can actually curate your signature Outpost scented hand sanitizer. Okay? And I'm not sure if everyone can smell phase 3 like I do. I think everyone is hoping for phase 3, certainly, us too. Well, I hope nonetheless everyone is keeping well and taking care of yourselves. Okay, now today let's take a sneak peek onto the Outpost scent. Before that, let me share with you a little bit about my own background and Sent by Six. In 2014, I quit my job in Givaudan, one of the top fragrance house in the world, That's where we curate fragrances for brands like Tom Ford, Diptyque, Jo Malone, etc. That's where I learned my craft. And I was with Givaudan for 4 years. I've learned what I need to learn, and I quit my job, started Scent by 6 with the purpose of soothing, healing, and delighting one's mental wellness. And I hope this session is going to be an interactive one as well. So later on, if any one of you have any questions, please feel free to type into the chat box. My colleague Zach will be here to take note of these questions, and I'll be happy to answer all of them tonight. Now, let's touch on the Outpost scent that we have curated for the hotel. To be honest with you, it wasn't a very easy process. It took me about 6 months. We were given a brief by the management, and I took a look at the brand story, and it wasn't easy. But after thinking through and looking at some of the travel inspirations I had, I finally came up with the Outpost scent, which is showcased over here. This scent, it opens up with a very zesty bergamot and sea salt at the top. Slowly, you uncover a very nice core of neroli essence and a little bit of white florals over here. And finally, you rest upon layers of white musk and also sandalwood at the bottom of the scent. This bergamot marine combination gives you a new meaning to the word luminous, which is exactly the inspiration I had when I was tasked to curate the scent for the hotel. It is inspired by the Mediterranean summer, and for me, this is joyful, it is relaxing, with some nuances of sensuality. Each and every ingredient is included mindfully to bring forth facets and snippets of the inspiration. And in total, we had about 367 ingredients inside one scent alone.
I see.
Yeah. And to make all of them harmonious and olfactively pleasing, it really wasn't an easy feat. 6 months, yes, it was also a very rushed job for us because we had tried our best to include a lot of premium essential oils around the world, and it wasn't easy to also source for them to get the best quality. And because we are supplying this to the hotel on a regular basis, we have to ensure that the supply chain won't be interrupted, so that the hotel will not go without signature scent at any point in time. Okay. At this point, anyone has any questions? Do you see any?
So far, not yet. But maybe just before we start, maybe I can just ask you a simple question, which
Sure.
on the retail front, we always see, we've seen one. So how many ingredients can you put or usually put in a perfume scent? So that was actually the question that I wanted to ask from
Right.
the typical retail questions that people ask us.
Okay, so normally we have about 300 to 400 unique ingredients in a scent. Normally when you go to Tangs, to Takashimaya, when you shop for fragrances, you can expect this amount of ingredients in one formula. And if you compare this to other scented products you can find in your household, like your shampoo, your detergent, your fabric conditioner, these products you have about 40 to 50 ingredients. So it's actually simpler, it's more functional, it's designed to give you a different kind of feeling when you smell it. When you smell fine fragrance, the most important part of it is being complex. So you can't run away from the fact that you need to have as many ingredients as you can to give you the different facets and also to build up the entire olfactive structure nicely. So later on, I will explain to you how we will actually curate your version of that scent using the top, mid, dry notes of the scent. And each portion here, you can just imagine that there's about 100 plus unique ingredients in each container. Yeah, so in that essence, when you are actually curating your own version of the signature Outpost scented hand sanitizer, you are actually creating something that is complex. So it's not child's play.
See, okay, so maybe just one more questions before
Sure.
we start the workshop. So Jason, one of our question is, can we buy scents in store?
Can we buy scents
Yeah,
in
in
stores? Yes, I think technically I would view this question as can we buy scents in stores the moment you try them? Okay, so I would suggest for the sake of you being sure and the fact that you need to make sure that the scent is married well with your skin or your fabric, whichever way you apply the scent, it's good for you to apply the scent first and also to just let it dry down so you can take a walk maybe for about a few hours around the mall, and then you evaluate the scent by smelling the area again. Make sure that there are two things. Number one, the scent is linear. That means from the start until the point when you re-evaluate again, the scent is not disintegrated, is consistent. You don't get a breakdown of the olfactive structure to the point you only get to smell certain notes, like maybe your woody notes or your musky notes in the scent itself. So that's one. Number two is, of course, everyone is concerned about longevity of the scent.
That's right.
How long lasting is the strength of the scent on your skin, especially in our humid weather with our hot and sweaty lifestyle that most of us have.
Yeah, that's right. And I think maybe one of the things we generally always talk about is the fact that here in Singapore, it's very normal for us to have the perfume not last as long as if, let's say, we were in Europe. Jason, how is this like a myth, or is this like somewhat truth? Because of our lifestyle, of our environmental factors.
Yes, of course, and I think physically it's very true because in colder weather, the scent will tend to be more long-lasting, and it stays intact onto your surfaces better. This is also concurrent with our experience when we serve the hotel, because in the Outpost Hotel, I receive feedback, sometimes say, hey Jason, the scent at the lobby is rather, overwhelming. I said, yeah, is it raining? I said, yeah, it's raining. Okay, yeah, I said, it's normal because when you naturally have colder weather on the outside, and the aircon will be perceivingly colder as well, you'll definitely be able to smell something that is more overwhelming in that sense. Conversely, if you have a sunny day, it's hot, there's period of no rain, you get a scent that is perceivingly more faint.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we'll just keep the questions coming, alright? These are very, very good questions. And yeah, just let us know what you want to hear, some of the questions that you might want to be answered by an expert, which is not an everyday thing. So maybe while we're waiting for the questions also, maybe Jason, we can just start on the workshop itself.
Sure. And this is probably what you guys have been waiting for tonight, and the next time when the Outpost Hotel welcomes you back for a stay, you can actually approach the team at the front desk for some information on how you can get your hands on to curate this scent if you love the scent, of course.
Wow, that's brilliant. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Alright, you're doing it now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Privileges of working in a scent company.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, just let me explain a little bit about the apparatus we have here. In fact, this is what we usually do when we conduct our scent workshop, whether it is in store or whether it is B2B corporate workshops we conduct for our clients. I would usually, dissect the scent into 3 portions. And when I say dissect, I mean it. We have over here, as you can see, the top note of the scent, and the mid, the body of the scent, followed by the dry or the base note of the scent over here. Okay, and after bringing you through the target perfume or the original perfume, smelling it, and as I've described to you about the ingredients inside this scent, you will have a chance right now to decide how much of each ingredient you want to include it in your concoction to make this scent more personalized to you.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so I'll allow Zach to lead you through this exercise. First of all, I think, Zach, could you please put in some top?
Okay.
Yep.
So the blotter is
Smell. Yep. Smell
okay,
the top.
Okay.
You need to understand how the scent is being dissected. So when you smell this right now, you can get the very, very zesty bergamot, yuzu, lemon peel.
Yeah, this is actually relatively fresh, right?
Yes.
With that whole feeling of the, I think, citrus that you mentioned.
That's right.
Ah,
It's a very signature, iconic front to the Mediterranean summer. Imagine a very sunny day and you are at the Mediterranean, going out to a day out at the sea, and it's cooling with nice breeze. This is the kind of a feeling you want to have. Okay.
Awesome.
And you can probably catch some marine notes over here as well.
Okay.
Then we move on to the mid portion, which is essentially the body of the perfume. Usually it takes a while for people to appreciate the body, because usually that's enclave in the core. And we still have a little bit of neroli, which is a kind of a citrus note in the family, and bitter orange. And you may think that we are really overdoing it, but no. We were very careful, we were very mindful to include these ingredients in the right proportion to deliver a very well-bodied scent.
Yeah, actually, in fact, when I was smelling this, I kind of could see like hues of orange and like honey yellow. Is this like a normal phenomenal, to see colors and stuff?
It is perfectly normal. In fact, I would love for anyone who has appreciated our creations to be able to envision or to imagine a locale, an experience, an emotion, or memory, because ultimately I'm here to sell you an experience. I'm here to tell a story.
Yeah.
I'm here to share an experience and to share that inspiration with you. And if you can actually find yourself, or you can relate that to your personal memory, I would say that this is really successful, on my part, to deliver something that means something to you. Ultimately, I'm not here to just promote a fragrance. This fragrance for the Outpost Hotel is ultimately curated to present an invisible facade for the hotel. We want people to be able to experience the hotel on another sensory experience, in a sense. So it's multi-sensorial. We don't want it to be just visual or audio. When you smell this, I think your sensory organ, being your strongest sensory organs of all, that will probably give you the biggest impact when you first step into the hotel.
I see.
So of course the management back then, they were very cautious, they were very concerned, and that's why we took a long time, 6 months, to arrive at this signature iconic scent. And until today, I'm telling you, very honored, very blessed. We still receive a lot of emails from our followers, from strangers. They just emailed in to us, thanks to the front desk of the hotel. They have directed them to us, and they ask us, where can we find this scent? And to me, I think this is more valuable than any monetary returns.
Yeah, the satisfaction of work and
Yep.
for your passion, right?
I agree. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so
And now we move on to the dry portion of the perfume. Maybe while he's still trying to smell and evaluate, let me just share with you a little bit about the top, mid, dry portion of the perfume in terms of the function. So a lot of people ask me, what do you mean by the top note of the perfume? What is it used for, right? So of course, the top of the perfume at the top, you have molecules with the smallest weight and sizes, so they tend to be more diffusive. And when you apply to your skin, or when you first smell it, these are the molecules you first experience and perceive. So you can just imagine when you visit a supermarket and when you need to buy your shampoo, your detergent, or your fabric conditioner, for example. A lot of times you see people opening up the caps and they smell before they commit and buy. And this is exactly how the top note works. The whole idea is for the top note to act as a hook or an attraction to make the product attractive to the buyer or the consumer. So it's here to sway your purchasing behavior and decision. And these molecules, they are actually very active, and of course, because they are so small, they are not long lasting at all. So normally when we advise our clients or customers, if you really love the top note, I'm not stopping you from putting in more top note, but you need to be mindful that when you put in more top note, your fragrance that you end up with will not be able to last very long as well.
okay, so here I am thinking that I'm very smart, like I actually open up the new scent and to evaluate it before I commit the purchase. But
Yeah.
actually, I am letting them take control of my mind and taking control of my money.
Well, it works both ways. I think it can attract you or it can repel you. If you, if you don't like the perfume, I think you run miles away from the sales promoter.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
And okay, I will just take a little bit more time to just share with you what do we mean by the mid portion of the perfume. The mid portion, you can just imagine this is like the skeleton of the perfume, and it's meant to be there to pull the whole olfactive structure together. And when I spoke to you about the linearity, how linear a perfume is as part of the decision factor of most consumers, this is the portion that will correlate to linearity of the perfume. So how the perfume performs throughout the entire life cycle on that day itself depends entirely on the mid portion of the perfume. So if it's constructed with quality ingredients nicely and smartly, I think you get a perfume that is pretty much consistent from the start to the end. And to me, this is very important. I think, I don't contest that some people, they are, more leaning towards, the perfumes that are more evolving. That's fine. But for me, I think a successful perfume should be linear. It should be consistent.
Okay. Yeah.
And then now, let's move on to what Zach has been holding on to for a while now. This is the dry portion of the perfume, or the base notes of the perfume itself. You're smelling the most expensive and the heaviest molecules in the entire perfume structure over here. Okay, and the function of this portion here is really to act as a foundation of the whole perfume to make sure that this perfume is long lasting. How long lasting this perfume will be, it depends on how you construct this portion, this structure. Also, more importantly, is the quality of ingredients used. Yeah. So when you talk about, say, maybe white musk, sandalwood, a few hundred types of sandalwoods out there. So, with different grades. I think I think you agree. If we put on nice ingredients, quality ingredients, you will end up with exceptional performance and edge.
Yeah, so maybe just with regard to this dry, right, Jason? So
Yes.
if let's say when I'm conducting, or should I say when I'm doing my own workshop piece later, does it mean that if I want this to last a little bit longer,
Yes.
it means that I need to put more of the dry inside there?
Well, to a certain extent, yes. However, you need to be mindful because at the end of the day, I think there is also this sweet spot or tipping point. I think going beyond that, then that may not give you, they may just give you marginal difference to the desired olfactive feel you want to have in the perfume. But on the other flip side, that may kind of upset the entire perfume balance.
I see. So,
Yeah.
is it correct if I were just to summarize? What you're essentially saying is, although there's a purpose for the dry, right? But maybe to make sure that I have a bottle of perfume, or in this case, a customized hand sanitizer, I should suit it to my personal preference and olfactive, like what my nose likes, what my brains like, more than because I want it to last, then I put more dry in there.
Absolutely. I think to me, there's no right or wrong answer to how you want to, curate your own perfume. It's just like me as a person, I have no, right to criticize any other person preference or personality. I think we should all respect each other's, preferences. So the same goes for perfumery. I've got people coming to me and say, "Hey, Jason, I really love the dry notes. So in love with it. Can I, have a bottle filled with just the dry?" I said, "Why not? Go ahead. No one is going to judge you, but you need to be mindful that it's going to be very intense, and because it's loaded with a lot of intensive ingredients, or rather leaning towards the masculine side." The end product may just be more masculine.
I see.
Yeah, but there's no right or wrong answer. I think even my wife, she sometimes she would sneakily take my perfume and wear it. Yeah, and I also like to bring up this point that I don't believe there's a gender demarcation to perfumes. I think we like to believe that a perfume, as long as it relates to you, it speaks to you, and when you smell the perfume, it triggers memories, it triggers emotions. I think that's the most important, rather than just branding it as I think this perfume is too feminine. I'm not gonna wear it, or even though I secretly like it. So it makes no sense to me, because you're not gonna wear it as a visible product on your body. Yeah, it's gonna be invisible, and as long as you feel confident, I don't see why not. Yeah. So okay, at this point, at this juncture, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. So actually,
Yes.
this was from quite some time ago.
Okay.
So one of our viewers here today actually asked, will reed diffusers actually work better in an outdoor setting or in an enclosed area?
Reed diffusers.
Yeah, reed
Okay.
diffuser.
So generally, for diffusers or any form of nebulizers, candles, I would say in an enclosed area, best with air condition. That would be the ideal scenario to utilize these devices. In any outdoor area, when you have open air, you have more exposure to external, I would say, impurities in that sense. That would be harder for the scent to get onto you, because, of course, remember what I said, temperature plays a part. Yeah, when you have a nice cold aircon environment, the scent is able to perform its best. Yeah, and of course, for reed diffuser, I suddenly remembered a lot of people. They actually asked me, how come my reed diffuser is not working well? After buying from you, for a few days, suddenly I don't feel that it's working anymore. So I would like to just take this opportunity to also share a little bit. I think for reed diffusers, we have to be mindful to remember to turn over the reeds regularly to sort of rejuvenate the performance of the diffuser itself. Of course, the more frequently you do that, the stronger the scent will be. On the flip side, you'll be using up the scent at a faster rate.
I see.
Yeah. So I hope this helps.
Okay. Maybe just with this reed diffuser question, it also suddenly remind me of some of the questions that we used to, like customers maybe asking us on
Yes.
the retail front. So they were asking with these reed diffusers, right? They were saying, oh, so how is there like a if let's say I'm going away, I'm leaving for the weekend, do I actually have to try to cap it back, or I can just keep it exposed? Or maybe the other question that they usually ask is like, do I have to always put it under the aircon, under the fan, or can I just put at my bedside table? I mean, based on your expertise, is there like a so-called more ideal position for us?
Okay, I would say to answer your first part of the question about whether when you go on a holiday or being away from your home for a period of time, do you need to do anything to your reed diffuser to prolong its performance? Well, I would say, if you are hardworking, you are garang, I think you can try to cap it up again. For me, I would just leave it alone. I would not flip it or whatnot. Because the diffusion rate of a reed diffuser is not that great, unless you're talking about I wouldn't name brands, but there are actually products out there with a higher dosage of alcohol. Then of course the rate of evaporation will be much different. Yeah. So to the second part of your question, you were talking about any ideal places or areas in the home where we can be confident to put our diffusers for better performance. I would say don't put it too near to your air condition, because this is ultimately not the same system as we are talking about what you see in the hotels. It's not a AHU or the aircon handling unit, the industrial unit that you'll find out there. When you put it too close to your aircon, the experts tell me that that may actually clog up, the filter of the aircon, and there will be some problems, in the long run. So try not to put it too close to the aircon. Yeah, and because of the fact that reed diffusers, the area of coverage is naturally smaller, it is better maybe to keep it next to you at your bedside or in a small enclosed area like your washroom.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. I think that pretty much answer the generic questions about reed diffuser. Yeah.
Okay. So I have one more point to make over here. I would like to also just share a little bit about how I usually guide our customers on crafting your personalized and unique hand sanitizer or perfume.
Okay.
So you see there are 3 portions over here. A safe approach, if you decide not to put in an entire bottle of one note, will be first to add in equal amounts of each ingredient. Maybe Zach, you can demonstrate.
Just take out this one. Do I have to put them in a particular order?
No, because we will advise customers to shake it well along the way while you're creating it, so it doesn't matter which order you decide to do
Okay, I
that.
see.
So he's starting off with the dry.
Okay. Just in any amounts that I like.
You can look at the graduation, and I will always advise customers to record down how much of each ingredient you have put into your container over here, so that in future, if you so decide to come back to us and say that, hey, I really want to recreate our personalized scent, we have the ability to do that for you. So now Zach, he's putting in equal amount of each portion here. So there you go. So he's gonna tap it back.
Okay, thank you.
securely. And he's gonna shake it very well and evenly.
Okay. So,
Alright.
Yep. I see some bubbles. Is that okay?
That's good enough already.
Okay.
Yeah. So now uncap it, unscrew it, and take a new blotter, put it in,
Okay.
and smell it.
Okay.
Okay, so right now Zach, he is smelling the perfume at the equilibrium, which is equal amount of each ingredient or portion inside his concoction right now. So it gives you a very fair and I would say a good baseline to start off your creation. So having to know what equal amount smells like, you can be more confident to modify your formula by adding in each portion gradually as we go along, so that you can be very confident that you won't end up in a disaster.
Okay, so now that I've done it, I kind of feel like I like it, but I don't love it yet.
Okay,
So, how should I approach this?
I would say, remember what you have smelled before, the top, the mid, and the dry. So to, try out, maybe you can add in, minute amount of the portion you like, and then you cap it back again, evaluate again.
I see. Okay, so let me just
So of
try
course,
that.
the more hardworking you are, the higher chance you end up with something that you like.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So generally, Jason, maybe while I'm doing this, how long does it take for anyone to sort of finish this production? Is it like a 15 minutes job or like a 20, 30 kind of thing?
Oh, okay. So to be honest with you, we have conducted workshops that last for about an hour and a half, and the entire creation process can take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes depending on the participants. The shortest I've encountered will be 5 to 7 minutes per person in
quick.
creating such a bottle. And that's where we have our wedding booths, our DIY scent booths, in usually back then pre-COVID in the wedding banquets. So we'll be stationed at the foyer, and our booths will be greeting your guests, your friends when they arrive and they have signed in. When they are about to mingle and they have some time, they will just spend about 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll dive straight into a creative process to create their scented either perfume or hand sanitizer as a wedding gift. So it kills two birds with one stone. It's a very interactive activity, and that doubles up as a very meaningful wedding favor as well.
See. So okay, Jason. Now what I'm doing is I'm almost to the brim, not quite there.
Okay.
But I think I kind of like this scent.
Okay.
So should I keep going? As Singaporeans, I would like to maximize my.
You should.
So I should go to
We're
10.
all Singaporeans.
Or should I just stop here because it's something that I think I like? Or should I say, how do I know if I should stop here? This is the question. How do I know? When do I know?
I think maybe at this juncture, if time is to your favor, you can shake it well first, and then maybe you can afford to just spray some on your hand, and especially on your pulse points. Then let it dry down at least for maybe about 30 minutes. Smell it again, and if you like it, I think you can either choose to stop here if you are not kiasu. If you are more kiasu, well, I hope you have recorded what you have added in before. So just estimate, guesstimate, and add in smaller proportions of the same formula into the remaining.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, I come to realize that, especially for the top, right? If I were to just add in maybe like a couple of drops, it really changes the whole profile of the scent.
Exactly.
Is that normal, or is it just specific to the Outpost scent?
It's normal because what you have on hand is a 10 ml vial. So when we talk about a drop or two over here by percentage is already a big amount.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, unless we are talking about creating 100 ml, then of course it's a different story. It's like maybe a drop in the ocean. So that probably wouldn't make much of a difference. But in your in the context of tonight's demonstration, yes, a drop or two may make a difference. So be very careful and not to be too adventurous.
Okay, I think I'm really happy with the scent I have here. Maybe can you evaluate together
Sure.
with me?
Maybe this can be the next Outpost scent. Okay, so at this juncture, do we have any additional questions? Anyone? Did we see questions so far?
So far, not.
Okay. All right. So this is how we make the Outpost Hotel scented hand sanitizer. And when the hotel is ready to welcome you back for a stay, for staycation or whatnot, do remember to consult the front desk on how you can get your hands on to make your own scented hand sanitizer with the Outpost scent. And if you still have any questions after today's session, do feel free to drop us a DM on our Instagram, standby6, and we will be happy to answer to your questions. And for tonight's session, I'm very, very pleased to be here today with Zach to share with you about our journey with the Outpost Hotel. We'll be uploading the recording of tonight's IGTV on the Outpost Hotel IG handle as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so Jason, one quick question.
Yes.
Where's your store?
Ah,
Where's our
okay.
store? Where's
Yes.
our store?
Yes. So, yes, we are located at Bugis Junction, unit number 01-15. We are right next to Daniel Wellington and next to Yao Yao Yogurt. And if you're not familiar with Bugis Junction, not to worry, follow the scent because we do actually, put in a good effort in scenting up our space, around our space, and our loyal customers, they usually can recognize that signature scent of ours. There's a scent inspired by Hokkaido, and when they follow the scent, they naturally lead to our store over there. Okay, and just to share, in 2021 we have good plans for Scent by 6, and we'll be opening up a new store at 313 Somerset coming in November, and next year probably another outlet, and we'll be announcing it shortly. Moving forward, of course, we will be launching new products, so do stay tuned on our IG handle. And also, exciting news, we'll be employing a lot of fragrance intelligence. So when we say fragrance intelligence, I mean it. It's actually a very amazing technology in the ingredients that we use that is proven and tested to uplift your mood. And just to give you a hint, we'll be launching the first one very soon at the end of November. And this is a scent that is proven to make you feel happier.
I see. Okay, if that's happy with everybody, okay, thank you, Jason, for your time.
Thank
I
you.
believe we both had a great time spending the night here with you.
Yes.
Again, if you got any questions, just drop us a DM and we will get back to you to the best of our abilities. And just stay safe, everybody. Enjoy yourselves, and we can't wait to have you at the Outpost Hotel and also at our retail stores.
That's right.
All right.
Stay safe, everyone.
All right. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Take care, man. Bye.